What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and a few days ago, Zack Snyder sat down and did an interview where he talked about a range of topics between Army of the Dead and, of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League and the potential future of the DCEU and the Snyderverse. And he said something that a lot of people are talking about that shouldn't really be a surprise that we're seeing these headlines, but it's here nonetheless. Zack Snyder labels Warner Brothers aggressively anti-Snyder. And again, that's probably the most obvious headline that there could be, especially when we sit down and look at all the things that have happened over the past 5 years, but especially in the lead up and after the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. Let's take a look at the article and then listen to Zack himself. Director Zack Snyder calls Warner Brothers aggressively anti-Snyder when asked about his future contributions to the DC Extended Universe. Zack Snyder recently addressed Warner Brothers being, quote, aggressively anti-Snyder when it comes to that's the same thing. Like, that first is the same thing as the sub-headline. I hate it when articles do that. Anyway, let's just listen to him. I'm not really familiar with Jake Hamilton of Jake's Takes. I'll be quite honest with you. I've probably seen 1 or 2 videos that he's made. Don't know a ton about the guy. But he did sit down for quite a long discussion with Zack Snyder, talking Army of the Dead, talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League and the potential future of the Snyderverse. And let's just listen to Zack himself.
We don't really know whether or not to continue to feel hope because of some of the comments that Warner Brothers has made lately. It's sort of like, oh, Zack got to complete his trilogy. What is your, like we didn't want to give up hope with the Snyder Cut before, so we don't want to give up hope now. So what would you say about, like, because we're kind of in this weird gray area, what should we maintain hope?
And it's a good question because, again, we got that trailer for Joss Whedon's Justice League. We got the promotion out there that says Zack Snyder completed his trilogy. We have Ann Sarnoff talking about how they're moving on, all of these things. So it's a pretty good question.
Well, I mean, I guess I would think about it this way. Yes, Warner Brothers has been aggressively anti-Snyder, if you will.
Again, that's not really a surprise. It shouldn't be getting all the headlines it really is because it's kind of obvious, isn't it? It's been obvious for quite some time.
And that's, what can you say? What can I say? Like, they're not interested in my take. But I would also say that, they certainly weren't interested in, I would have said originally in my take on Justice League. They certainly made decisions about that. And I love the characters and I love the worlds, and I think it's an amazing place to make a movie it's glorious IP. So there's that. I don't know what what could be done as you go forward, other than I think this, the fan movement is so strong and the fan community is so, the intention is so pure, and I really have huge respect for it. And I just, I would hope that, cooler heads would prevail with them, and that, they would see that there's this massive fandom that wants more of that. But who knows what they'll do.
I choose hope, sir. Mr. Snyder, since I was a kid, you've been nothing but
faith, Alfred, faith. That's what Jake's, choosing to believe in. It's interesting. Does that give you hope? Does that not give you hope for what's going on? That's up to each and every individual. I think that when you look at things, I think what Zack is trying to say, and he's kind of rambling a little bit as he's talking about it, I think what he's trying to say is it's not like they were very pro-Snyder, and that's why they decided to let Zack Snyder's Justice League happen. That happened despite what Warner Brothers really wanted. That was a Warner Media and an AT&T decision. So the fact that even though they were anti-Snyder with all the things they did before to change his movie, and even the problems they caused in the lead up to the release of the Snyder Cut, even with all those things, we still got that movie out there. So I think kind of what he's saying is that, just because they are anti-Snyder, we've still seen things happen, so anything is possible. But at the same time, he's saying you got this fan base who continues to speak out. He's being respectful towards the fan base and saying, hey, listen, you guys should pay attention to what they want because they want to give you guys money as long as they can justify supporting you. But there it is from Zack Snyder himself. Warner Brothers being aggressively anti-Snyder and not listening, at least not yet, to the massive fan base that is out there that wants to see more of these stories, along with a bunch of other things from the DC universe. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.